After a math learning walk, it is important that, as a learning team, you spend time debriefing class visits. From the stance of a co-learner, take this opportunity to analyze observations with the teachers and peers involved. Reflecting on what you actually saw and heard students and teachers saying and doing should guide your conversation. Evidence-based observation is the key to improvement. Use neutral language. Presume positive intentions. Say what you saw. Discuss observations. Ask clarifying questions. Engage in productive talk, and be open to giving and receiving feedback. Below this screen, you will find articles to further support your work. Use this CARE acronym to help guide the discussion as members talk about observations. Discuss what curriculum was being taught. Take time to identify what kind of assessment for learning was happening. Name it and give examples of the practice. Talk about the task. In what ways did it lend itself to deep learning? Discuss student engagement. Was it clearly evident? What observations can you share that would support your comments? The monograph found below is an excellent guide to support your work. Start the discussion by looking at student work and the way students do their work. Are the students we serve at the center of our focus? As co-learners, discuss what the student work is telling you. Did you see students involved in problem solving and group work? Did you hear students talk to each other, question each other, or problem solve together? What kinds of descriptive feedback did you see? Did you see students using the feedback to improve their work? Did you see similar thinking practices demonstrated by students? Were there any trends in learning that emerged? It is important that throughout these debrief discussions, you clarify your observations by asking effective questions. Respectful, clarifying questions keep everyone on the same page and allow for the right inferences to be made. The ladder of inference is an excellent way to frame the debrief discussion. It allows for the verification of observations by all parties involved. It fosters the development of a common understanding by all participants. The mediational questioning mat found below can help in the construction of dialogue, inducing questions. Once common understandings have been developed, it might be useful to think about Ken Leithwood's theory of action. The theory of action is one way we can affect school improvement. It identifies 4 different paths we can focus on to improve the learning in our schools. Take a moment to reflect on this model. The video below can further support your reflections. Ken Leithwood offers us this if-then statement, providing specific insights into a theory of action. Key action words are identified that can help us process our math learning walk observations and create next steps for learning. Leithwood encourages us to describe student work, think about the tasks, determine precise feedback, design the next steps, look at the assessment for learning, all the while keeping our moral purpose in mind. Keep these worthwhile steps in mind as you process your observations. It is then important to spend some time as a group reflecting on how to move the learning forward. To move learning to the next level, you need to set some goals. If-then statements are one way to set goals. Your goals should be focused and attainable, measurable and time-bound. As co-learners, collaboratively set goals together. Time should be spent on what these goals will look like and sound like in practice. As principal, make visible how goals are connected to the school improvement plan, and be sure to engage your team in that dialogue. If-then statements make student improvement visible. When creating an if-then statement, it is important to start by clearly identifying the challenge in simple language. The second part of the statement puts action to the goal by identifying a specific strategy that would help affect the change. The two components combined give you a very specific goal for focused instruction. If-then statements set the stage for an effective collaborative inquiry. Numeracy learning walks foster leader-as-learner metacognition. It helps make your thinking visible. Did your learning walk help you reflect on the learning, practices, and attitudes of numeracy present in your school? Did you notice any patterns or trends that would be a good place to start to move the learning forward? Were you able to come together collaboratively as a staff or colleagues and talk about student achievement? Were you able to identify steps to begin the improvement process? Did you reflect on what types of learning your team may need to help take the next steps effectively? Numeracy learning walks are a simple way to participate in the learning taking place at your school. The walk puts action and credibility to your school improvement discussions. Walks should happen often to monitor the progress of identified school improvement goals. This is an iterative process. New learning fosters the needs for new learning goals. Numeracy learning walks are collaborative, ongoing processes that foster co-learning for all.